Hey everyone, it's Pal Jack here again. I'm out here at Three Sisters Waterfall, just east of Alpine, California. And today I'm going to be showing you all how to use the Mountain Safety Research Whisperlite stove with liquid fuel. So I'm going to show you all the different supplies that are inside the Whisperlite bag that we have here. One really nice thing I like is that you get this nice durable stuff sack. This keeps all your gear organized when you have it in your backpack. Just take the drawstring right out here. The first thing is the main stove itself. This has got a small hook right here that clips right around the side to keep the hose in kind of compact. And then the legs just fold right on out. They rotate out like that, and then they're locking right there. That's the main stove. Also comes with a windscreen, and there's also a reflecting pad too for the bottom of the Whisperlite. This folds out. This is just a nice plate that you could put underneath the Whisperlite to help reflect heat back up and boil water or cook whatever you're cooking faster. And then this is a windscreen that I like to wrap up. When you put it around the Whisperlite, you put it in the circle. I have a fold here and a fold here. That's so I can lock the windscreen in a bit better. So I'll fold it right through like that. And then I've got it really tight around so it really kind of keeps the heat in better. And then there's also a alcove right here so you can thread the hose right through it. This is also a 20-ounce fuel bottle. This fuel bottle can be used for white gas, which is what I have in it right now, gasoline, kerosene, or denatured alcohol. Also comes with an instruction manual. I highly recommend keeping this all the time. This also has a lot of great tips on maintenance too. The next thing is the pump. This pump goes inside of the fuel canister here, and then this is a valve to open and close it as you're pressurizing the fuel. The last thing, it comes with a little bag that's got some tools in it. The first thing is pump cup oil, so you'll use this on your pump to keep everything lubed up really well. It comes with a tool here to change out the nozzles with. There's two different nozzles that you use for different types of fuel. Right now the nozzle that I have in is for white gas, but the other nozzles can be used for kerosene or denatured alcohol. The nozzle I have, like I said, is for white gas. It also works with just regular gasoline. And then this is just another gasket for the pump. So that's all the equipment that comes with it when you just buy the Whisperlite. So now I'll show you all how to use it. All right, so before you use it, you're gonna wanna make sure that you prep your fuel bottle and your pump first. So to do that, you're gonna have to twist. It's got a pretty gnarly cap to keep on your fuel, so you got to push down and twist off at the same time, and then make sure you set this cap somewhere safe so you don't lose it. Then you're going to take your pump, and as you put that in there, you're going to want to kind of put it in at an angle and then just push it right on in and twist it all in on top. Make sure that's on nice and tight. All right, so now that we have our valve prepped on our fuel canister, we're going to put this onto our fuel hose to our main part of the stove. So you're going to want to take this hole and thread it onto this nozzle right here. So we'll start by doing that. So you'll hear a click to make sure that goes on there. There's also a swinging arm that comes around here. You want to clip that around and then clip it right there. This will make sure that your fuel canister stays securely on your fuel line hose. So this could just be for me because my stove is a little new. But sometimes my stove leg can pop up a little bit like that. So in order to keep that from happening, I usually just put a brick or a rock or something like that when I'm on the trail. It's usually not a huge deal once you put your pot with water or whatever you need on top of it. But it can sometimes be a little bit annoying, so that's my way of dealing with it. Another thing that I do before I start lighting my stove to prep it is I'll use the reflective pad, and I'll start by putting it underneath beforehand. And like I mentioned earlier, that just helps reflect more heat that you would lose to the ground back up into whatever you're cooking. So before I get started, I'll pump this fuel canister up about 20 times, and this pressurizes the canister. I'll usually just sort of do it until it gets a little too hard to do, but just because a lot of people want a number, I usually say about 20-25 pumps. After you've pumped this about 20 to 25 times, slowly open the fuel line right here, and then I'll show you to watch for as you're doing it. What you want to be watching for is right here. This is your fuel cup, and this will start filling with a little bit of fuel that you use to prime the whole stove. So as you're opening the valve, you want to watch that small fuel cup, see, to fill with a little bit of fuel. You'll start to hear it a little bit. You can see it's filling up with a little bit. Then you want to quickly close the valve as soon as you see it fill it up to about that much. Now that we have the bottom fuel cup primed with fuel, we're going to take a lighter or any type of thing that you have to ignite it. So I'll just get the fire a little close to it. Now you're going to have this large flame here for approximately 2 minutes, and you'll start to see it die down a little bit. And basically what it's doing right now is it's heating up this hoop right here, and that's vaporizing the liquid fuel that you have here into gas. And then as you see this flame beginning to die down, then we'll be opening the valve over here slowly until we start to see a blue flame come out of there. So we'll let this sort of burn out for a little bit, and then we'll come back to it when it's ready. So you'll have a flame sort of like this, where it's starting to look a little bit blue, and then you just turn the valve a little bit to get the flame a bit more down to the controlled blue flame. And that's what you want to look for. You want to get this blue flame here. It's nice and hot, really stable, and that'll be perfect for boiling water, cooking food, or anything else like that. This is where the windscreen comes in handy too. It's got the alcove right here for the fuel hose, so I'll just put that on the other side. And then this again will help keep a lot of the heat that you would lose that would radiate out close to your pot. To turn off the Whisperlite, simply just turn the valve all the way off, and you'll start to see the flame die down a little bit. You'll see it flash like this here for about 5 minutes. That's okay, that's totally normal. That's just the residual fuel burning out from inside the hose. And don't worry, just give it about 5 minutes to cool down and you'll be good to go. Once the stove is all cooled down, you can come over here and unlatch the fuel line from it, and then you'll just pull this out from here. Sometimes there can be a little bit of fuel that'll fall in your hands or something like that, so make sure that you have a towel or something to wipe your hands off. Now this next point that I'm going to make is very important. You want to make sure that you don't have any fuel or any flames around you when you take this off, because when you open this up, this is going to be pressurized and vaporized fuel, and that will create a vapor that will go far farther than any liquid that you have that's also very flammable. So be very careful when you open these up. But you just open it slowly and let it open just kind of like a soda or something. And then you take this off, grab your cap like we had from later, and make sure you cap it off nice and tight so you don't leak any fuel in your pack or anything like that. Alright, so once you're done, just take your pump, put it inside, take your stove, fold it up here, and then you take this hook here and you can hook it around right on the edge right there. Throw that inside. Take your bottom reflector, fold it up like so, stuff that in. And then I just take this, and then also, because it's coming in a circle anyway, when it's all rolled up, it's nice and compact. Throw it all in there, put the drawstring, and you're ready for the trail. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching my review of the MSR Whisperlite stove. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Be sure to check out the description too for some more information. Subscribe when you get a chance, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.